Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, I just want to provide a little bit of news for those of you that aren't in the World Conquest Discord and haven't known about this yet. AgentJobo, the vice chairman, after numerous offenses, has been sacked. And there's a bit of a dossier on why he's sacked, so let's just get into it. This was made by Fibon, the chairman, so let's just go down here. So there was a build up to this event. It did not happen spontaneously. I will let the images speak for themselves. Keep in mind that I am extracting portions from my conversations with the Jobo. On the 18th, I punished Jobo. Basically, he was kicked for attempting to bypass a banned word through the image through using a GIF or a GIF. I don't know how to pronounce it. Following this, he approached a staff member, Sivori, to bypass on his behalf. He was then muted, and he said this: "I'm only really here to make it a misery for everyone else before I go," which is funny. He said that openly in a staff chat, and then a few days later he messaged Fibon. He said, "Let's try it this way then, unmute me." Fibon said, "That won't happen. Every time you break one of our server rules, I will mute you, so you best behave." Jobo said, "I'm going to continuously break server rules," and then Fibon said, "Then I will ban you." Jobo then said, "You turn this group into the most boring pile of crap on Roblox. Everyone I speak to agrees with me." And Fibon said, "As a vice chairman, you have a duty to follow our own rules." Jobo said, "Not really." And Fibon said, "If you cannot do that, then you are not fit for the role." "Yes, really. What's gotten into you? You become increasingly hostile and ridiculous. Did you take the right vaccine?" Jobo said, "Yeah, because you turned the group into a bore fest so I can make it fun in my own way." And then Fibon said, "No, I have not. You were just whining because you cannot go around bypassing and admin abusing. That's your idea of fun." Jobo then said, "I just get others to bypass on my behalf, lad." And then Fibon said, You give and make trouble for me, then I will do the same for you." So basically, World Conquest is only fun for him when he can do whatever he wants without any punishments. Jobo then stated, "Then I'll continue to give and make trouble for you. I'm not backing down because I'm not your bench. I made this group at the same time you did. Keep in mind, this all started because of some banned words on Discord." Jobo then said, "I mean, honestly, Fibon, it used to be way more fun when you let some stuff fly. But for all this staff voting stuff you've not let them vote on issues that they actually care about." Fibon then replied, "I've made it so abundantly clear to you that you need to follow our rules and act within them." Jobo then said, "And I've made it abundantly clear half your rules are dog, and I will not follow them." Fibon said, "But all you do is constantly go behind my back against my word at the expense of others and ruin it all." Jobo then said, "Correct." Jobo said, "And you have enforced your bore on the rest of us." Fibon said, "Every time I speak to you, it evolves into you hurling insults. It never goes anywhere and it is never meaningful." Jobo said, "Lad, the only reason I put up with your stuff is because I made this group too and it feels wrong to leave it. I don't like you and you don't like me. My position here means garbage and I may as well freak around as much as possible." He is referring to how Fibon reduced his permissions to do things. He brought these restrictions on himself. Fibon then said, "You didn't do much making. You made more trouble instead. That's more accurate. And that seems like the only thing you were good at. You never try to understand others or myself." Joe then replied, "I understand people perfectly. I just don't agree with your BS rules and administrative policies. Making trouble is, as I have said, fun, and creates drama, which creates activity. That's why we succeeded. Originally, your development ability counted for S, as all you did was use free models anyways. So don't give me that. You didn't do much making stuff." My response earlier was also devaluing of his efforts. However, there is no denying the many problems and incidents that surrounded Jobo. He also discredits my work too. Jobo then said, "There's no compromise whatsoever. It's just me going along with your BS with no in-between. So why should I?" Fibon then replied, "My BS constitutes rules that are in place to keep the server safe and for the safety of everyone. Your fun constitutes unchecked usage of commands when you want, and things that go against the TOS. Rather than trying to work it out with me and talk properly, you resort to causing trouble and insulting. So how about you be a grown-up and tell me what rules exactly you have a problem with? Jobo then said, There will be no being a grown-up. I don't like the fact my position has no use and that I can be muted at will. I'm not going to explain why I like doing things I do, because I don't need to. You never cared the last 3 years. I like having power and authority in the group I co-founded and ran the staff team in longer than you have, and without it, I am bored. Jobo then put in the document, if I did not care, then I would have left him unchecked. I know that a lot of people question the ban on certain words, but if you cannot follow these rules, you are free to pursue other servers that can fit your preferences. These bans are there to ensure that conversations are respectful and clean on the server. So after finishing his mute duration, rather than cooling down and moving on, he deliberately mulls over his mute. Jobo then said, we used to be able to say the hard R, N-word, all the time. And then a few random people said, Zinioff and Serbia Ball Mapper 593 said, I'm just here to attempt to become #1 messenger, and Serbia Ball Mapper 593 said, my heart broken. Mr. Albania, who is Balkan, said, pretty much, whenever someone else said World Conquest is dying. Agent Jobo said, we could say so many amazing things. There was nice drama that kept people here. It is dying, Dome. The game isn't dying, it never will, but the community is nearly dead. I can't blame them for moving on. Nothing to stay here for the most of us. So banned words only become a problem to him when he gets punished for saying them. Not once did he raise a fuss about the banned words prior to his mute. Now World Conquest is boring over some words which have no bearing on the games or obstruct people from having proper conversations like normal human beings. That brings us to today. So, Jobo was muted again for intentionally breaking rules. Obviously, at this point, he will not respect the rules, and he's even refused to even come to a solution when Jobo invited him to discuss the rules that he did not like. After this, he proceeds to gather people to bypass and spam the server, effectively inciting a raid. Jobo then said this, look, cunt, if you're going to mute me, you might as well sack me. There's no point in muting the vice chairman of your group for saying the hard R. For such disobedience, I would sack my 2 IC. You're either a push-e or an idiot. Okay, anyway, as one final act of trollage, which will get me done like a Jew in 1942. Ultimately, these escalations of hostilities are neither necessary nor justifiable. I would have preferred if these things had never happened. However, Jobo made his bed. I will leave you to come to your own conclusions. However, do not let this event sully the upcoming update, and hopefully more updates to come. We all want this group to continue to grow and thrive. So, there you have it, folks. Jobo, Agent Jobo, the vice chairman, after 3-ish years, not 3-ish, 4-ish years, has finally been sacked of his power, which is amazing. I've been waiting for this moment ever since I started playing. I've always hated this guy. This guy just abused his power to do whatever he wanted, which made me feel bad because I think it puts all of us in a bad position because it makes people of his rank look bad. I guess what I'm trying to say is he abuses his power. He didn't really care about the rules, and basically power played his way into his own grave. He did it in wars. He just banned me. You may have seen the video in which I walked up to him, said hi, and then got banned. So yeah. Agent Jobo is gone. It's official. No jokes here. Yeah, this is probably one of the best days ever in the World Conquest community. One of the best decisions Fibman has ever made. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace out.